Wake up, Joe! How is this possible? You are getting pussy, brother. In hopes of stopping the guardian dragons from fully regaining their strength, Kraken sent his minions to attack the dragon sanctuary. The shield protecting him was growing weak. Attack after attack, the guardian dragons barely have the power to guide the dragon. Attack.
Your team destroyed the turret. Mega kill. Double kill. Your team destroyed the turret. Mega kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Legendary.
Download free Mobile Legends online.
Legendary. Legendary. Triple kill.
Download for free Mobile Legends online.
Rock, get no protection from
Legends and more.
The way to live your life until the network you choose the network that gives you what you enjoy. How do you know about this bigger life?
When uncertainties are reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Think if I happiness. Think if I love. Think if I friendship. Think if I dreams. Think if I hope. Smart giga music, video, game. Watch, time to be smarter. Real me, dare to leap.
You've got me on the edge.
Legit, right? Not quite. Just like your disposable razor. It's time you switch your disposable razor for your legit first shave, so you can be ever legit. Gillette Mac Free. For a position, less irritation. Switch to Gillette Mac Free.
Let's get this over with. My stuff getting bored.
Mega kill. Monster kill. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
In the primordial spirit, it cannot be here. The blood dragon has no one, nothing can stop me now. who oppose me.
No!
So this is what I'm truly capable of. Wake up! You don't! How is this possible? You are getting rusty, brother.
No! How did it end up like this? No!
Welcome to reality, girl. The strongest rules them all.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang.
The odds of stopping the Guardian Dragons from fully regaining their strength. Kraken sent his minions to attack the Dragon Sanctuary. The shield protecting the sanctuary was growing weak. Attack after attack, the Guardian Dragons barely had the power to guide the Dragon Warriors. A Falcon warrior from the Northern Vale entered the sanctuary, and what would await ahead?
Your team destroyed the turret! Mega kill! Double kill! Your team destroyed the turret! Mega kill! Legendary!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Three! Double kill! Legendary! Legendary! Triple kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League Season 6. It's the first day of the regular season. I'm very, very excited to show you guys what's going to be going on. Alongside me, of course, will be Butters. I'm Rockhart, and we are getting into the show. But before that, we would like to thank our sponsors. First, our official tournament telco partner, Smart. For stronger bonds with your team as you conquer the battlefield with Smart Gig Games. Enjoy one of games all day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more. Now, star 123 has now and choose Gig Games 99. Of course, our official sponsor, RealMe. RealMe is celebrating their first RealMe Fan Fest, hashtag Dare to be RealMe campaign. Visit their official Facebook page at fb.com/RealMe Philippines to know more. Official sponsor, Gillette. Get up to 50 diamonds with every purchase of Gillette's Mock Free Razor, Vector Free Razor, or Blue Free. Simple pack in select pure gold doors nationwide. Hashtag Shave the Day with Gillette. Our partner in esports, Pay Maya. Get 7% Balik Maya when you purchase your gaming pins via Pay Maya. The better way to pay. Promo runs on until August 31, 2020. Partner in esports, TikTok. Search MLBB in TikTok to win premium skins. And of course, our official gaming headset partner, Logitech G. Here, like a pro. All of this organized by Moonton. So Butters, you've been waiting for quite a bit.
Yeah.
How are you, man? We're back.
I actually commend you for that. That was a mouthful. Rock hard, as we all know. MPL is back. Regular season is back. Our weekends, or weekday rather, weekday and a weekend.
It is.
Just all that is gonna be hotter and hotter. It's gonna get more intense as the week goes by. But right now, have week number 1. This is day number 1. What better way to start it with Onic PH versus Bren?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, these are some of the best teams in the past few seasons already of the MPL. They've already committed so much. And I really like that both of these teams' rosters haven't really changed too drastically. I mean, compared to when they started back then. I mean, obviously, Onic is a lot more different. They play a lot more different than when they came in for way back in Season 4. And I think the same is also true with our our previous team, Bren Esports. Here is a look at what the group standings are going to be like. And obviously, it's a fresh start for everyone. Everyone from previous seasons are gone.
I mean, if I'm gonna analyze, this is a look at the event that we have for our regular system. Or PH, Blufire, Blacklist International Sports, BSB, Execration, Omega Sports, Solid, Big, Ultra. Now, every one of these teams is gonna try to have a good start into the ML. Now, how do you do that? You're probably wondering what are the strategies that they brought for day number 1 or week number 1. But right now, 4 teams are gonna battle it out since we only have 2 for this day, right?
It's gonna be a lot more chill on Fridays. Usually we have just around two teams fight. Two sets of teams facing up to each other. We're just getting settled into the weekend. And I actually really like that. You know, people are tired from work. You know, they can't really watch all 3 big series, right? Especially series like this one. The first series for this week is just really bonkers. Like, how does Onic PH look like coming from another season where they once again failed to secure the top spot over their long-time rivals, right? This looks like a team that is going to be super hungry going straight into the matchups.
Yeah, and if you think about the Crawford, historically speaking, Onic Sports was the one who took out Bren in the lower bracket finals of our playoffs, the season 5 playoffs to be exact. And I'm sure, and they really want to get even.
Yep, absolutely. These are some of the storylines that you're going to be seeing. But before that, let's show our viewers who is going to be showing up into this matchup. Because right now, we are just waiting and waiting for the fires to really erupt between these two. Let's have a look.
Na-discover ko yung ML habang nanonood ako sa YouTube. Lumabas yung ads niya, so parang ganda ng ML ko.
Nung mga kalaro ko, sa from Malari Mobile Game, nag-transfer sa Mobile Legends. Hindi lumat na ako. Kung wala pa akong game, nag-regawa ng rank kasi so mag-video ka, gusto makuha ng code. Nagnasabi ko yung MM sa pag-aaral ko. Yung naman kasi mag-decent ako na score sa grade 8 at grade 9.
Ako, naging Bren ako. Wala talaga ng Mobile Legends dito sa Pilipinas, lalo na yung price ko tsaka fan base nila.
And these are your Bren Esports players. They look a little bit different, but man oh man, they are pretty much the same. Few, Revo, Carl TZ, Lusty, Fab TZ, and EJ.
Look at 4 of their members have it, and I'm kind of surprised that Pew here has a lower EA than Reed. I'm not really saying that Pew had the better season, but it looks like it. You know, he has 5.57 KD rate. He had a lot more impact for season 5, and for Pew, you've got to notice how this guy he's a really good player. But to be honest, if you think about it, maybe season 6 is the time that could come back from this 3.05 slump that he did.
Yep, these stat lines are obviously there's a other place to get it from. This is from the last season, right? And this is the season where they said, actually, the team himself said that they kind of relegated him into a more supportive role. But of course, we'll have to wait and see if that can be the case here. New player.
Discovered yung Mobile Legends Bang nung unang release pa lang dito sa Philippines. Pero nung MPL Season 3 Grand Final, doon ako pinakaliglig dun sa gina to.
Na-discover ko yung Mobile Legends Bang nung nasa US ako kasi kakadi ka dumating sa Pilipinas. Tapos yun yung naging way namin parang banding. Napunta ako sa Onic page kasi nila. Kasi lumipad continue. Kaya nag-looking for players sila. So sabi ko, malaki chance na mag-champion. Kaya comfortable ako lumipad ako.
Mas ko nang sukuha yung paglalaro kung sobrang dami ng sacrifices na binigay ko para lang ma-first ko yung pangarap na yun.
New beginning, sacrifices and dreams. That is Onic PH. Oh my Venus, Wise, Yaknu, T-Lord, Jay, and Basic.
Man, looking at Onic PH, they had a stellar performance into the regular season playoffs. They made it to the grand finals once again, only to fall down at the hands of H. Right now, this might be, that redemption season that they're looking, and probably this is the season that they will championship. Who knows? But looking at it, right, they actually get Basic. Now, question is, will Basic actually make a difference?
How big of a difference does Basic coming into Onic PH is gonna be? That's a good question, Butters. And I think the Basic coming from his previous team did not look as stellar as he initially debuted. If you remember last season, Basic debuted straight into one of the previous teams, right? And he was from the US, from a team in the US. So it might have been a big transition. Maybe that's the problem why Basic had a hard time adjusting here. But now he's had how many months now, right? Maybe half a year already that he has been going through the ins and outs of PH Mobile Legends. Their time. And is he going to be curious about this first match?
I mean, looking at it, past time, one of the best players that will be right now. They have the chance to prove themselves once Basic didn't really have that stellar performance with U-level way back season 5. Now, he is with a proven team. Like, this team has proven everything. Can make it to grand finals. The only thing that they have done is just win the champion. So, with Basic, can he make a difference? That is the question that's gonna, hunt till the end of this season. But I feel like PH, there's still a good terms of mechanics. They have very talented players, and looking at it, it's more on the idea of having a good captain. Captain is going to be Venus. Now Venus, it really takes a lot for captain to be tested, or in all ways rather. And I think Venus, he really got the respect player, even though they're really talented. If Venus speaks, everyone is it.
That's right, and that's been their trademark, I think, in season 4. Like, we were still live on location back then, right? And you could hear Venus, like, literally shout. Everyone was like super respectful of whatever he said. And I think that's gonna come true here as well for Basic, who has been known to be a little bit of a vigilante, a little bit of a renegade on his previous team, right?
Yeah.
And is it a good thing or a bad thing that we have an outside influence coming into the season 6 for Onic PH?
You know what? Since we have TikTok as one of our partners here, will he stop You're renegade, be life, you're renegade on pick. That is one of the that is one of the things actually to look at. Now, get the main idea here of Onyx to push the boundary, push the first blood a lot. Like
It's also one of their trademark. They're a super progressive team, and they know how to get those buffs early on, and that really translates into that first blood count.
and with all those stats out of the way, I mean, Rockhart, just seeing those stats, you know that Onic PH really likes to get the early lead and just win the game from there. Bren Esports behind to drag the game so that Currency could get the upper hand and just carry the team from there on out. But for Star Match, head to head here, match record, it really looks like Onic has the upper hand here. They have beaten Bren twice, while Bren they really just have this 2-1 win over Onic.
Yeah, that's actually scary considering we had a 1-0 in the ring count. That kind of hurts if you're on the side of Onic, but at the same time, that's just stats, right? And on the player head-to-head, we were talking about how Carl Easy is going to be better in the previous season. Is that going to be the case here as well? Because wise, it's a big difference in between these two.
I mean, 7.18, 5.38 actually says a lot of these players. Currency was actually having fun of Bren. He was really having carry, and they put a lot of their hopes in Currency. So they really just wanted Currency to carry them. They would support them with everything that they can. But on the side of Wise here, 5.38 isn't bad. It's just that everyone from Onic PH just works and tries to outplay everyone. That's the only reason why he's getting a low tier is just probably they're trying to get the best of their team in terms of team fights. And if everyone works in a good way, you won't really be getting the kills because there's Uranus from Villar getting the kills. You have Piano on the show, so they have a lot on their arsenal, and they don't really focus on Wise as their main carry.
Yeah, the stats look like they're starting to show a bit of a different story, right? And on the head-to-head here for Oh My Venus versus Revo, I keep looking at the championship count and I keep thinking to myself, that's almost 2 years ago, right? I wonder how big of a difference it is going to be, and considering the MVP count for Oh My Venus as a support for his team, and I mean, and the freaking unique heroes is a big difference from what Bren wants Revo to be like for their team.
Rebo has been very flexible in terms of using the heroes. He has been using cores, he's been using the tanks, using the supports. He's probably the most flexible player in the MPL right now for the PH. So, I don't know. I actually see these two as equals, but in terms of just being the pure support, I think Oh My Venus has a bit of an advantage because just having more heroes on his arsenal rather. He's probably just gonna get the better ban exchange onto the side here of Rebo, because Rebo, if he loses these 9 heroes or he doesn't get put in the best position possible or the best hero possible for him, he's gonna have a hard time.
Historically, Rebo used to be the most flexible, right? Now I think Omega is starting to really take that lead. Back in season 1, he was the undoubted MVP of the whole season, right? That was a big step for esports. Obviously, from season 1 to season 6, where we are right now, it's one also a statement that Rebo is the only guy on this team that has not really been removed. Right? And I think that's true. Every season, from season 1 to season 6, he has been the rock that Bren has been holding on to. And we'll have to wait and see if that translated, if his stature in Bren aged well, right? And Oh My Venus has always been as commanding for Onic PH as usual. I wonder if that command is gonna translate well into what we can say about basic again once more, right? Flap Teasy. What's your take on Flap Teasy? We were mentioning something about Flap Teasy earlier.
You know what, Flap, I just think that the hype on Flap is really high. Even they had tournament success with Flap on their roster. They won 1 or 2 championships with Flap on their roster, and they lost Coco, obviously. Yep. But Coco is put in an analyst role, so Coco is more on the back end person now rather than the front end and playing for his team. Yeah. So I like how Bren is approaching this. They're getting a lot of these talented young players and they're trying to mold them into this brand that they're trying to establish or fortify. And I think that he's one of the best players to do that with. This guy has the potential, this guy has the skills,
right? Because we are heading into the draft ladies and gentlemen, Bren Esports versus Onic PH. Now, Flap Teasy, he is his position in Bren is a bit more of the same, almost the same role, right, as Coco used to be. Again, Coco having that off lane, that super sustain, and again, beautiful graphics. I know I said this in rehearsal, beautiful graphics here coming for the draft. I have to really admire this big change coming in for season 6.
I mean, dude, Yuzhong looking very scary right there. That's side of Bren Esports. But yeah, I like the bans here coming out from Bren Esports and Onic PH. They're just respecting one another in terms of just getting these roles. I mean, Jay has seen a lot of success with Selena. They just banned it out. And an Atlas here is actually banned for the side of Bren Esports, which is something you would see, Jay use or Venus could use. So there's a lot of things that you can do with it. But I actually see a Kali.
Wow, okay.
Another one.
Another one.
It's another one.
That's interesting. Well, do you think the Khalid is first pick material right now? Because I feel like pairing it with Akimi, they have left themselves pretty open for interpretation. Like this is the main event, right? This is the main damage dealers for Onic PH by a long shot. Does it open up to counter pick?
There is a possibility that they'll do that, but the thing with Khalid is, you just have to get the burst damage. You should not let the 2-fight extend. Otherwise, Khalid will punish you 100%. Now, they have the show, and they know that they need, especially for Khalid, like, you need ways to stop Khalid from using his skills. Once he does use his skills, and he, stacks it up, you're gonna get punished really hard. And seeing Onic PH here ban out the Isushin, that Kufra, you know that they don't want any aggression coming out here from Bren Esports, but Bren Esports, they still want it. They want Onic PH to fight.
Okay, so one way to deal with this is obviously to just not face it head on, and just to let Onic PH into the trap. I think this is a great way to trap Onic PH. Just have a Farsa to control anytime that they try to go in here. And I think you cannot outrange. No one in Onic PH so far can outrange Bren Esports because of the Farsa pick, right? And they have that show to maybe stop Khalid, because like you Khalid is such a monster. Also got the Esmeralda here. Onic PH, they're super short range. What do you think about it?
I mean, for Onic PH, it's all about sustain. I mean, Uranus is really got hit hard by the nerf drain, but Onic PH, they have something in mind. We don't have the Uranus, but we have two of the best heroes to, just supplement that idea in which Uranus has been living on for Season 5. Just be annoying in lane and just show your face in front of, because if they do that, they're the ones who's gonna get punished.
That's true. And I can already see so many punish opportunities here for Onic PH as well. If Bren Esports exit by a small error percentage, that's gonna be a big problem. Now we are on to the ban, by the way. Who will be the big ban items here for Bren Esports? I feel like I would like to remove more sustain or more tankiness. Popol and Koopa would actually, it's one of those heroes where it can allow, right? It can allow your hero like Esmeralda, like the Khalid, to go near Bren Esports. That sounds like it's a good pick. I wonder if they're gonna think about it, or they'll ban it out, because it's also one way for Bren Esports to find Khalid and to lock him down.
That is true. I like the ban coming out from have that fight, but is this okay? Okay. That was, oh my gosh, that was a surprise. But I saw that we're gonna see a Layla pick even without the rework from Project Next, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go back to that. I have this thing where I actually like the idea of a high loss on the side of Onic PH, just because they're kind they can just ram them down, just all over them.
That's actually